She always gave you compliments and stuff when you got your homework done.
Yeah, I like that. Dad, how about you?
In high school, I think Les Anderson was probably my favorite teacher. He was an English teacher. But he was kind of he was an athletic guy also, and I played on the Brandon baseball team with him when we, in the summertime. And he was just a good teacher.
Yeah, good teachers always make an impact. That's what I always say. Were you involved in any school sports or clubs, Mom?
No.
Dad?
I was just in high school, baseball.
Baseball? Did you play basketball? Okay.
But we didn't have football. And then I did track one year when I went to Evansville. They didn't have track at Brandon either.
All right. When you were younger, I guess we can go high school even, what did you want to be when you truly grew up?
I really didn't know what I wanted to be when I was growing up. I mean, I had no idea really. Being born on a farm, I said, you don't think of a lot of those things, and then I don't know. I wasn't sure. I didn't know.
Dad, how about you?
Well, I want to explain a little bit about why I went to Evansville one year that probably all of the family doesn't know. My father passed away in 1945, and my mother remarried. She married a guy by the name of Kenneth Zicker, and he had a little farm by Evansville. For that 1 year then I lived with them on the farm. So then I went to Evansville High School because it was like a mile from town.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Ain't much choice sometimes in that, right?
Yeah.
Mom, what was your first job?
My first job, babysitting probably.
How much money did you make?
Oh, I didn't make any money. I think probably, I'll say maybe a quarter a night or something like that.
All right, Dad, what was your first job?
Well, my first job, of course, was working in the store, which we didn't get paid for. We just got whatever you wanted to eat. But my first job where I got paid, I think, was I worked on the railroad one summer for the Great Northern Railway. And boy, I don't remember what I got paid. I know the first job when I moved to Minneapolis in 1955 was I worked for Marquette Manufacturing, and I got paid $1.55 an hour.
What year did you say that was? You know?
1955.
Wow. Okay. Mom, what was your first car?
What, my first car?
Yep.
I never had a car until I got married. First one I owned? Is that what you?
Nova or whatever it was.
Oh, it was a Nova. What year was it? I don't remember what
Who
year.
paid
But
for
it was
it?
a white Nova.
You paid for it, or
Oh, no, I didn't pay for it, no.
Oh, we paid for it.
Well, we paid for it, I guess.
Dad? What was your first car?
First car I had was a 1939 Ford. I got from Bill Lane, and I don't remember. Have any idea what it paid for? Probably
Okay.
$50 or $100. I don't know.
All right. When you were younger, what family trip do you remember most? Did you go on any?
The only family trip I remember is when we'd go to Cokato to my grandpa and grandma Bjorkstrand. We'd all pile about, all of us kids in I can't remember what kind of a car, but it was an antique car anyway.
Model A or something.
Model A, I think it was, yeah. And we'd go and visit them.
Dad, you remember a family trip that you remember the most?
Not as a youngster. I don't remember any until after we got married. We took trips, but
Okay. All right, what's the funniest family story you can remember, Mom?
Oh, I don't know.
Anything crazy your brothers did that you remember? Or?
Yes.
the pie story.
What?
The pie story.
What pie? Oh, well, that was Sunday. Oh. Okay, I'll tell you when it was. I made pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving one year, and for some reason or other, I set it downstairs in the basement in the wash tubs. And of course, Bill was living elsewhere, so he came home that day, came home for Thanksgiving anyway, and he started to run water in the wash tubs, and my pies went down the drain. That's the funniest thing. And Bill still feels bad about it.
Yeah, good pumpkin pie is tough to lose. Dad, you remember a funny story when you were a little younger?
No, the pie story is probably the funniest, but, no, I don't really remember anything
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. Mom, do you ever did you ever have any serious illness or accidents?
No,
Dad, how about you?
I had a ruptured appendix when I was 5 years old, and I don't remember much about it except what my older sisters and brothers would talk about it later, but I supposedly was a pretty near-death thing. It was where they had to drain my stomach in a number of places because the appendix ruptured, and I know they said I lost all my hair and my teeth,
Huh.
and
Ah, I guess I didn't know that. Is that why you lost your teeth and they?
and yeah, they grew back, but they didn't grow back very good. So by the time I was 21 years old, I had false teeth.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty serious injury or accident. Mom, do you have a favorite book or movie or a song?
oh, I don't know, huh?
You have a
I always
favorite?
liked Dr. Shavaka, whatever, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
That movie,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't it? Shavaka?
Something like that. How about a book? Any song that comes to you? You like any songs that pop in your head?
I always liked How Great You Are.
I know you're a big country and Elvis fan, so. Dad, how about you? Favorite book or movie or song?
You know, the favorite movie is probably the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, yeah. Them are fun.
I watch it every year. But never read much books that I can remember. Favorite songs, country songs, any Willie Nelson songs.
Okay. What is the thing, Mom, that you want most that you never have gotten?
A trip to Hawaii,
You've never gotten that? I thought you went.
not Hawaii.
Okay. Well, that's something. Dad, can you same kind of thing, or what is the thing you wanted most but you never got?
Probably money.
I hear that.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I've
fine.
gotten pretty much whatever I've ever wanted in life.
All right. Well, Mom, I got a tough one for you. What is the saddest event of your life?
I suppose when my parents passed away.
Dad?
Same when my father passed away, and then later my mother.
Yep. What do you wish you made more time for in your life? Is there anything, Mom, that you wish you'd made more time for?
I suppose when the kids were growing up and stuff, you know, that we could have done more things like, you know, go to the park and,
Yeah. Dad, same question.
Well, probably been home a little bit more, and it was once I started to work for the union, I was gone a lot, and this was a critical time because all of the kids were growing up, and Mom was kind of had the responsibility of taking care of them. But that's was my job, and otherwise,
Well, I totally get it. I mean, I remember a lot of times when you weren't there when I was younger, but I also remember lots of times you were there. So, okay. What do you wish you spent less time doing, Mom? Is there anything that you really spent way too much time on? You wish you wouldn't have had to spend so much time on?
I don't know, it took me a long time to do whatever I did. So,
Okay. Dad, anything you
now
kind
I
of?
can't think of
Okay.
it.
What in your family, Mom? What family tradition do you cherish the most?
our holidays, sweetie sausage and getting together at Carl and Joanne and the family, you know, at my family at Christmas.
Dad, what family tradition do you cherish the most?
Well, I think the same, the holidays, I mean, ever since, as far back as I can remember, we always had Christmas Eve, and all the kids and grandkids have came, almost 100% every year, and that's probably the thing I like the best.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. Well, here's a tricky one, Mom. When you think about a fork in the road in your life, what was it, and why did you choose the particular path you chose?
I have no idea. No idea.
Was there anything in the road that made you change or want you to do something? I think that's what the question's trying to say. Is there a point in your life that you had to make a decision and you made it, and why you did it? As far as maybe even marriage, I don't know.
Oh,
Is there a fork in your road? Yeah, if there wasn't, that's okay. If there wasn't something that made you change it to a particular path, no answer's good. Dad, you have anything?
Well, one thing I can remember a little bit, and Mom just reminded me the other day about it, is when I was working for the union, I had an opportunity to get an advancement, and it would have been moving to Chicago. And we went for a week, spent a week in Chicago, and decided at that time that no, we wanted to be closer to family. It would have been just at the, I mean, it was quite a few years ago now, and the kids are all at an age where I thought, and Mom and I both thought that we needed to be here, so I did not take that job. I have no regrets.
Yeah.
My job has worked out fine for me.
Well, I have to admit, I remember that time too of your life. I was a teenager, a little bit less, and I remember going to Chicago, and I remember going to have a leg of lamb at a Greek restaurant. It was a long time ago, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
All right. Mom, what happy memory will you cherish forever?
I don't know. I suppose probably having my kids.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the right answer, I think. Dad?
Painful to wrap you up. I don't know, getting married, I think that was probably the happiest day.
Okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. If you have to do it all over again, would you pursue the same career path, Mom?
Well, probably, but maybe I'd change a few things, you know.
Yep. Did you like the career you did?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I liked my career when I worked at Sears. I liked that. It was good. It's good for me. I mean, I learned a lot there.
Okay. Dad, you got...
Yeah, you know, you never know where life's gonna take you when you start out. When we first moved to Minneapolis, I worked in a factory, and I worked there for like 12 and a half years, and I was happy there. Didn't make a lot of money, but we had a good job, and got to know the union steward there. I worked with the union steward, and he was the one that dragged me down to a few union meetings, and then I got active in the union as a district representative, went to different meetings, and I thought, oh, that's not bad. And finally, they asked me one day if I wanted to work as a field organizer, and I did. And ended up doing that for 25 years, and retired, and then decided to sell real estate. And I have no regrets. It all turned out just fine.
Yep, your career path sounds like you went the way you wanted it. It's not bad. Getting back a little bit, Mom, to when you were younger, growing up, was there anybody that inspired you the most?
When I was younger, you mean?
Yeah, when you were younger, when you're growing up.
Boy, I can't think of anybody, because, you know, when we were on a farm, we really didn't, we went to we were in 4-H club and stuff like that, or 4-H clubs. But I don't remember anybody, you know, because we didn't have a lot of friends and stuff either, you know.
Mm-hmm. Dad, how about you?
I think probably my brother Phil was the one that I kind of looked up to or respected the most. He was more my age than my older brothers, and you know, when I needed guidance when I was young, and he was good about offering help.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cool. All right, now we talked about this a little bit earlier when you were younger. What was the best trip of your life?
when I was younger.
Nope, now